nonsense of unhappiness. I think, okay, we all I think would say that we want to be happy, right? Everybody, that's what everybody's doing all the time. Um, so why aren't we? So many of us, I think, is a good question. It's pretty clear, when you look around, that a lot of us, most of us even, aren't. I mean, you can see it just on people's faces. I don't know the stats on how many people actually say they're happy, but it's probably not that many. Um, so what's going on? Um, we, I mean, it's hilarious. We know, I think, um, that a lot of the things that we like look to make us happy aren't gonna make us happy. Um, uh, which really is like ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense, right? We know that like buying a new phone or whatever isn't gonna really make us happy, right? It's gonna do something, I don't know, make us feel good, you could say, for a while, or whenever we're using our phone. But like, is that what we're going for? um, I don't think so. Uh, and I think we've all, I mean, we have all experienced that. I mean, from being little, having like a yummy piece of candy, like a nice treat, yummy, great, and it makes us feel great for a little while, and then like not anymore. So how on earth do we think, even when we're like older, that this or that thing, I mean, we can just talk about that physical thing, stuff, is gonna like make us happy, which is the thing we say we want? Um, it just does not compute. It's not logical. Um, I think it's hilarious that this is all around us all the time and in our lives all the time. Um, and yet we ignore it, basically. We just don't know what to do with it. We're like, yeah, okay, this is not gonna really make me happy, but like, what else can I do? Can't do anything else. You know what I mean? That's all I got. Um, which, then if you really consider that, you're like, well, aren't you like in control of yourself, like your life, of what you do or whatever? Um, are we not? And it seems like, sort of like, if you keep following this, that we aren't a lot of the time. We are like, what? Chasing some stuff that we know is not gonna really like fulfill us or anything like that. Um, just because that's our best idea or something. Um, and you can apply this to like anything. I'm talking about buying stuff, but that one is common, I think. But you can also, like for me, it wasn't as much about having stuff as it was about being in some relationship, some, wonderful, amazing love relationship that, would obviously be the end of any kind of bad feeling. Uh, so that's another flavor, and it's just as wrong. And a lot of people, I think, have experience with that too. Um, awesome relationship, fantastic, fun times, great, and then not anymore. Um, It's just obvious, isn't it? Like, I think everybody knows this, obviously. So then what the hell are we all doing? In psychological terms, this delusion is delusional. You're constantly thinking something that it isn't real. It's not right. And you know it's not right. So I think, like, for me, this is one of the things that I think it was a shift when I'm looking back. This is one of the things that I learned from one of my parents. Is like, the things that you think are gonna make you happy, they don't. That's not it. There's something wrong. There's something off. It doesn't make sense. And then, of course, going through life some more, you see it over and over and over and over again. So, like, the most obvious one is rich people who are incredibly unhappy. Just take that. They're everywhere. And I, a long time ago, had, like, intimate contact with someone like this who had everything, or could have everything, and was incredibly, like, not happy. Let's just put it that way. And you could do the same thing with being educated. Mega educated. Okay, great. Are you, like, enjoying life? Are you living it up? Because you have a bunch of degrees. So I think, it's all around us, this, I don't know, fact, if you want to call it that, this idea, or this behavior, or whatever the hell we're doing, what you want to call it. And yet we're all just, like, going along with it. I mean, the entire, so many industries are based around this tendency of ours to want more stuff, more other things, something else. The people who make ads for you, they know that you're not going to be happy with the latest, scent from whatever awesome brand is making, perfumes these days. So it's, to me, I think, is an easy way to see. You can also call it insanity. How insane we all are. Because this is, like, the root of, like, what we say we want in life, is to be happy, however you define that. Be content, be, like, okay with where we are, at least. Or more than that, like, actually enjoy ourselves most of the time, and not be, like, plagued by some whatever. Need always, or so much desire for new stuff, or different stuff. And I think it points to our, like, lack of control. We could put it that way too, which is just blatant. It's everywhere. Lack of control. We say that we want one thing, and we even know what would get us there a little bit better than some distraction or some new thing. But we cannot act on that. We cannot do it. So what is going on that we can't even act in our best interest? That doesn't make sense. So I think, like, seeing that or feeling that, however we do that in our own, like, lives, is sometimes one of the first things that, like, happens. to make some kind of change. I think that's what, when I think back, that is what informed a lot of other stuff, or maybe egged me on to like try for something else, something different. Because the first thing is you're like, something's wrong. This doesn't make sense. Something is wrong. And what, like, everything is, what we're being told on the surface level is not right. Yeah. Thank you. There's a lot of laughing because I think it's obvious how ridiculous it is, and everybody knows it. So it's just kind of funny. Yeah, so I think it's a good starting point to be like, we're all a little crazy. That's for sure. It's obvious. It's clear. Yeah. On that note, thanks. Bye, crazy people.